Now, Allison wishes to save up money for a car. She needs $500 for a deposit. How much would she have to invest now in an account paying 4.8% compounded quarterly so that she'll have enough for the deposit in 1.5 years? Now, we're going to be using the compound interest formula, but if you notice, what we're trying to solve for in this case is P, the principal. Now, there are two ways you could do it. One is that you could remember the present value formula for compound interest, but you could also just use the normal compound interest formula. Now, let's first figure out, what do we know? Again, reading the problem, it says Allison wishes to save up money for a car. She needs $500 for a deposit. How much would she have to invest now in an account paying 4.8% compounded quarterly so that she'll have enough for the deposit in 1.5 years? So the $500 actually represents the amount we want in 1.5 years. So that is A. And let's see, what we know next is we have the 4.8% compounded quarterly. So that means our interest rate is 0.048, because we've got to remember to change it to decimal form. Otherwise, if you left it as 4.8%, that's saying that they pay 480% compounded quarterly, which would be great, but I doubt you're going to find. Now, next it's saying that it's compounded quarterly, so it's compounded 4 times a year, so M is 4. And we want to know how much will she have to invest so she'll have enough for the deposit in 1.5 years. So in this case, T is 1.5. And remember, what we're trying to find in this case is P, the principal. So we plug in what we know. So plugging in what we know, we'd have 500 equals to P times the quantity 1 plus 0.048 divided by 4 raised to the 4 times 1.5. We can next simplify the exponential. So we'd have 500 equals to P times the quantity 1.012 raised to the 6. Notice, the 6 is what we get when we multiply 4 times 1.5. But that also represents how many times that the interest would be compounded, because if it's compounded quarterly and it's for 1.5 years, then it has been compounded 6 times. So dividing the 500 by the 1.012 raised to the 6 and rounding our final answer, we will get that P is approximately $465.47. Now I'm rounding up because since she wants to have $500, it's better to have a little bit more than too less. So the final answer as a complete sentence would be that Allison needs to deposit $465.47 to have enough money. And this would be the final answer.